Chinese media reported in an article titled, U.S. imports from China suddenly plummet, China and the United States may be about to separate. The following is the content of the article, please listen to it. The author of the article said, I never expected that China and the United States would be in danger of disintegrating so quickly. Although I knew that China and the United States would split sooner or later, I just didn't expect it to happen so soon. The U.S. Department of Commerce recently released data showing that U.S. imports from China from January to November decreased by more than 20% compared to the same period last year, potentially being surpassed by Mexico. This means that China will officially lose its position as America's largest importer. Move to Mexico instead. Previously, China was the largest source of imports to the United States for 17 consecutive years. U.S. imports from China once exceeded 20% around 2017. That's equivalent to 1/5 of U.S. imports coming from China. But with the trade war initiated by Trump, the proportion of U.S. imports from China has decreased. However, China still maintains its position as the largest importer of the U.S. Until 2023, according to statistics, the proportion of goods imported from China in total U.S. imports from January to November has decreased to only 13.9%. According to this trend, China will most likely lose its position as the largest importer of the U.S. and be replaced by Mexico. To be honest, China and the U.S. have been competing in trade wars, technology wars and other aspects since Trump came to power. The United States even made false statements to suppress China and create the theory of division between China and the United States. I thought after Trump resigned, Sino-US relations would ease. Unexpectedly, after Biden took power, he would continue Trump's policy of suppressing China. As soon as he came to power, he relentlessly enacted the Chip Science Act to prevent the rise of China's semiconductor technology industry. Everyone should be very clear about this. There have been many conflicts between China and the United States in recent years, and the relationship has perhaps reached its lowest point in recent years. Although relations between the two countries eased in 2023, anyone with a keen eye knows that it was only temporary. The essential competition between China and the United States will not change. Biden even publicly stated that the relationship between China and the U.S. is essentially a competitive relationship. Therefore, it is clear that the United States has intentionally reduced imports of Chinese goods in recent years. Although we have no intention of actually separating from the United States, we have been preparing. After all, we still need to rely on the U.S. in many aspects and learn from the U.S., such as semiconductor chip technology. Therefore, our country has struggled with America for many years without a breakthrough. In the struggle, we constantly improve ourselves, become self-reliant, and take advantage of time to improve our weaknesses before the relationship becomes real. Brokenness, to avoid being passive in the later stages. However, we are still inferior to others in many things, especially in the field of technology. The road is still long and there is still a big gap that needs to be narrowed and caught up. Although self-reliant, hard-working technology companies like Huawei have emerged in recent years to win glory for the country, it cannot be denied that the gap between China and the U.S. in technology is still very large. Many key and bottleneck technologies remain in the hands of the United States, although Huawei suddenly and secretly launched its latest high-end mobile phone Mate 60 Pro last year under the heavy blockade and suppression of the United States, attracting the world's attention, it is still difficult to leader. This is evidenced by the fact that the Mate 60 Pro mobile phone is still only in pre-sale status. This proves that the chip manufacturing process is still very difficult and stressful. Therefore, without a major technological breakthrough, it will be really difficult for us to win in the process of separating from the U.S. But whether to separate or not is not for us to decide. All we can do is quietly strengthen technology research and development and seize the time to make up for our shortcomings. Yes, this is completely the opinion of the author of the article. What is your opinion? Please let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so we can meet again. You in the latest video. Goodbye.